All right, so if you're here, you have probably purchased one of my templates. The most popular template on my shop right now is this letter and photo number collage. And a lot of the questions that I get is, well, how do I access the frame to put pictures in them because I can't access the frame. So I'm going to walk you through so that you can actually, you know how to use the frames when you purchase them from my site. Now, if you don't want to purchase them, that's okay, because I have actually a video tutorial that will walk you through how to create the letter or number frames yourself. So, and I will link that in the video or in the first comment below. But let me take you step by step. So when you do purchase it, what you're going to get is a template link. And you can place that template link into your browser and it will take you to Canva. It will take you to this page here. Now, you're going to get two options: edit the template or use the template for a new design. It doesn't really matter which option you use. You can select one or the other. So I'm going to say edit the template, and this is what you're going to see right here. Now, if I click anywhere on my screen and I go to position and I go to the layers tab, it's going to show me all of the layers. Now, the first layer is the number. And if I move the number to the side, now don't take it off the screen, because as soon as you take it off the screen into this gray space, it's going to go into Canva nowhere land. So don't move it all the way off your workspace. If you do that by accident, just press the undo button and get it back. Now these frames here, they are grouped together. But once you remove that top layer, you can just go to your images, and I'll just search for women just so that I can get something to pop into those frames. And you can just grab your images and just slide them right in to the frames that you want to put them in. Now, if you don't want an image and you placed it in a frame by accident, you can either right click and say detach the image, or you can actually just pop another image right inside like that. Now, one tip I have for you is when you are working with images, if you grab the image and with your mouse you hover over a frame, it's going to automatically want to go into that frame, as you see right there. So if you want to put this frame into this image, just grab it to the top, at the top, and work your way in around, and then you can release it and that will go into the frame. Now, once you have all of the images filled with different photos, then it's time to place that number back on top of the grouped frame. So you're going to grab it and you're just going to move it back over so that it covers all of your frames like that. Now, and you can take this and you can just move it and you can resize it. There's also the option to change the color of this white square. So if you click it and you go to edit and you go to dual tone, you have the option to change the color using the custom option, and just click on the circle there and move the circle to the color that you'd like. I'm just going to copy that, and I'm also going to place that in the highlights here. And now it's red. And of course, I'll just make my background red as well by just going into my custom color, and I'm going to paste that color code from where I was in duotone. So I'll just paste that there just to make it all one color like that. Now, before we go, we're also going to notice that some of these frames don't have that white border. And if that's something that's important to you, that you need to have a border on the frame, then just move that top layer to the side again and just grab that frame, and you can just turn on the borders and then change the color to any color that you like. So click on the frame, go to the border and style option, select border. You can toggle the size if you want. And this one, this icon here with the black around it, that signifies the color of the border here. So we're just going to click that, and we're going to click white. Now, you don't have to go one by one, modify the borders of the frames individually. You can actually select them all and change them all at the same time. So if I just select all of the frames, and then I come up to the top to borders and styles, and I turn borders on, I actually have now turned borders on for all of them. And now I can go over to the border color, and I can change the border color for all of them. So I can change them to all to white, or I can change them all to black. I'm going to change them to white. And over next to the border color, back into the border style, I can also update the weight of all of those borders all together, all at the same time as well. Now, to move or to resize the individual frames, you will need to ungroup all of the frames, and then you can adjust them individually. And again, these were only frames that I placed in here just for you to see what the end effect would be. And now you can place your number back on top. And that's what the end result would look like. And again, if you are using a color background and you want those borders to be the same shade, you can select all of those frames and change the color accordingly. Now, if one of your frames is appearing on top of your number, just remember, go to position and layers and make sure that your number is all the way at the top. You can move that up and down like this. And it's also a good idea to keep all of your frames grouped together. That way you don't get one moving out of place. So you can just select them all by coming into the layers panel, selecting them by pressing one of them, and then keep your shift key pressed and select the last one. That will select all of them, and then you can just group them. And as you can see, the number is right on top, and then you have the grouped layer of frames below the number. And when you're done, again, you can just place your number back like this. Just remember that the top layer is also an image, so that could potentially drop into one of your frames as well, which you don't want that to happen. So try and handle that top layer by the edge and move it around like this instead of over, so that it doesn't accidentally drop into one of the frames. As well, these frames are only sample frames. You can place your own frames in there and space them how you like as well. So you can remove the top layer, and you can remove all of these frames, and then you can put your own frame and then take that layer of the number and put it on top to create your photo collage. Now, if you want to learn more about Canva, I do have a private Facebook group. I'm going to place that in the description. And if you have purchased this product, you can also join the group and join my lives. All right, so if you have any other questions, you can just drop them down in the comments. I'll be happy to respond to any comments. And if you need more information, just let me know.